Okay, this is my recap and strat analysis of the futures market for December 3rd. Did not trade very well today. The market was very choppy. Was trying to pass a combine. I needed like $250, and I think I went between 200 down and 200 up and ended up right around break even, so I still need $250 to pass that combine, and did not trade any of my fundeds just because of the price action. The best price action had it happened pre-market. If you can see, I think it went pretty much sideways overnight. Pretty choppy, I think, overnight. And so we were coming in and about 7:30 Central Time. It was inside this really tight broadening formation here. The lower time frame and then the higher time frame, not too much wider, and it tried to push it up and failed, and you can see the volume started picking up, and then the sell volume started picking up. So a good entry would have been coming back into this range broadening formation with the sales volume, or on this bounce when it didn't get any buy volume. If you take the break of one of these candles, would have been good. But the best entry was here, where it did break this broadening formation, bounce back up, and then set a new broadening formation low for both, for the higher time frame and the lower time frame, for both of them there. And so definitely a lot of sell volume based on the candle color, and just this 3-minute dump. I think I got a little off of a bounce. I shorted into it, and I think that's where I got kind of up like $100 or something, and then I may have gotten another $80 on this drop here, or then it's set in this it's widening the broadening formation. So what's happening here is like they took out all the shorts, the stops up here, dumped it, and then all the people that were long, they just took all their buy stops, came in and set the 15-minute broadening formation, and set the 30-minute down here right before opened, right at open. And then it kind of bounced in here. And so now you have this big range where all of the buy stops and sell stops have been kind of taken out. And so now it has to set stuff. So very choppy. It did come back up, and then took anybody that was short from up here, took out their stops. And then it didn't have enough weakness to come back down. So it kind of was, the broadening formation was top, kept going higher and higher. And then they finally kind of went and didn't quite hit my daily target there before it dumped. Went down. I missed this, which would have been another good buy. Oh, they're selling it. So coming back through the broadening formation, and so this move here set a new broadening formation, as you can see, and it was kind of bounced off it. And so here I got kind of onto the shorts, because we started, there wasn't a lot of volume, so now we're starting to get some volume in here and some sell volume, and then breaking the bottom of the broadening formation. Now I think I didn't lose too much, but what I need to be cognizant of is if this doesn't go, and then also we're green, and then we put in a green candle here, I need to be looking for longs, because we're at least going to be coming in and testing that, and it actually went up higher. This level here took it out, didn't quite make it all the way up, but before. So then this move here, so a new broadening formation that then we were in, which is just choppy. So they're just, this is all just like, and then it tightens up. They're just going through and taking out people's buy stops and sell stops, and then not. So this, I don't. So from 1 to 2, I usually get chopped up in, so I kind of stay out of that. So I wasn't ready for this kind of push. I mean, it wasn't like it was a slow grind, but it was a buying grind, which I mean, I could have had some entries to make a little bit of money, but I didn't. And then like here, it was just boring. And then I actually fell asleep in this chair, sitting in this chair. It's so boring, and it kind of went down. And then at the end of the day, like 15 minutes left, I started to buy it up, but I wasn't even at the desk here, and it finally took out that daily target. And then Salesforce earnings were after the bell, which then pushed us up even higher. And we're pretty close to this weekly target, which would be all-time highs on the futures. But if you look, the actual index itself is at all-time highs. It broke that. The difference is the premium. There was more premium back here, which has worked itself out as we're getting closer to rollover. So where does that leave us? So on the NASDAQ, we hit that weekly trigger today or yesterday, and so it kind of pulled back and went up, and then took out that daily target, and looks like we're going to hit that weekly target. So everything's green and up. Nothing, no big setups or anything like that to like really get into. Now the ES wasn't as strong. It barely broke out of its high. I think it closed inside of yesterday's candle, so it's a little weaker. I don't know. I guess I'll put this in here to see if it will maybe break the low for some kind of trigger, but it's closer to the top. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. Russell was weaker, so it looks like they were rotating out of the riskier stuff and going into the higher, larger cap stuff in the NQ is what's been happening here. It did break its daily trigger, and then kind of holding this week high here. This weekly trigger from previous week, that's actually should be now a weekly trigger to the downside. And if it takes that out, that's good. It could come down through this liquidity gap. The YM was weaker also. I mean, it's been weaker the 2 days. It did kind of bounce more than the Russell. Gold did not break its inside day, so now we have an even tighter inside day. We have inside day, so probably expect maybe a move, a better move on from that. I will be watching that intently. I think that's probably the best setup for tomorrow. Probably the downside, because we are, it's still quarter red, month red, and week is red. If we could, that's a 2. If we could take this day down and then hit that sell trigger on the week for a kind of a domino play, that would be a pretty good setup. So we got this weekly target down here. This day trigger now. So then this day, we got kind of a day targets. So we do have kind of a PMG setup. Wow. Oh, that's the. Okay, there we go. Target day. Yeah. Did I have a weekly trigger? Avalent. All right. Oh, that's right there on that day target. So that's pretty good strat setup there. Just have to see what happens when it triggers. Bitcoin is inside week still, inside week. Kind of chopping around here, maybe coming back through this broadening formation. I would like a see if we get that to go there, and then we have a target up here. Possible target up at 93.10 or 98.200. Oh, what is that? Oh, 96.310 is the trigger, and 98.200 is the target one, and 98, basically 99,000 for target two. Oil took off today. So it poked down and is going back, so it might be trying to go 3 here on the week, which would put us a weekly target up here. And it's an old day trigger, so now there's not really any triggers. I need to clean these up a little bit. But it's still inside month, inside quarter, but they are green, so that would be full time frame continuity. So possibly looking for long setups up to 71.48.